The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Hurts throwing right away. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now, on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. That's out quickly to Hyatt. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
2nd down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5. They'll run here with a rookie. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
Wilson now off the bootleg.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Here's Wilson to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Eric Gray
with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Giants take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
Here's 2nd and 3. Hurts. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
The Eagles at 6-10 on the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. You talk about this Giant defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues. Ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 4th down. Now Jake Elliott, earlier in his career, he beat these Giants with a 61-yarder. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. Oh, and Elliott has pushed it to the right. It is no good.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns. Taking the crowd out of the game would be ideal.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now Wilson. Able to shake him off.
And that went too high and incomplete. These two teams met at MetLife Stadium earlier this year with the Giants winning that one. So they're trying to win here in Philadelphia to capture the season series. Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Wilson.
Hyatt able to make the catch downfield.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Jalen Hyatt.
44 yards.
And the Giants are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Gano the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Barkley, inside handoff.
And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. You talk about this Giant defense.
Against the pass, they've had some issues. Ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Hurts sets up to throw it.
And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Brian Burns coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for...
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there.
Throwing is Hurts.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
No touch.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there, because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Trying to find Barkley on the out route, and he's got it. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half, as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. He'll look to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. This short throw caught by Goddard. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to the 30. The kick by Elliott is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
Well, Coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think Coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Catch made by Slayton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up.
And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Play action. It's Wilson. They'll roll him out right.
As this complete to Daniel Bellinger.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And a tackle there by C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
To throw is Wilson.
And that one complete to Hodgins.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
Handoff now. It's Gray with it.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on first and goal.
Kelly. Fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard. That's all. Down to the 2.
Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I don't...
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there.
His third rushing touchdown on the year,
as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
So 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they're a PAT from going up 21-3.
And there's no doubt in my mind, you're liking what you're seeing so far, aren't you?
It's been unbelievable. Like a well-oiled machine, if you will.
What's really tough, though, that defense, they're leaping the shadows at this point. They don't know which way to go. They're being hit in every direction, and they have no answers thus far.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. From the gun, it's Hurts.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Tyus Bowser blowing that play up.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
That one downfield for Dotson.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. It'll be a net of 39. 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain of 32 that time. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Gray.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Wilson. Flushed out right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Malik Neighbors
from 8 yards out.
And the Giants are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Oh, such great concentration. They're going right up against the side of the end zone, but able to get the feet in bounds.
There are so many things that go into that catch, and you just mentioned the concentration, being able to catch the football, get your feet down in bounds, hang on to it all the way through the process of the catch. That was a phenomenal play.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And not much doing on the return. Good coverage there. Going to stop him in his tracks at the 15-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
But Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp. And at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts.
He'll get that complete to Albert O.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. He'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
No touch.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and they will remain well behind.
And now two problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Over the middle, complete. That's Gray. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go now.
Now Wilson.
He's got Slayton on the slant.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing is Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Straight ahead, here's Tracy.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Gano's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Running left is Tracy.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Now, we all know that an offense coordinator and a quarterback, they're aligned at the hip. But when you've got a runner who can get you that kind of yardage, that guy's invaluable.
On the run, this is Gray. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Nolan Smith showing some burst there to catch him behind the line.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Jalen Carter
busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now it's Wilson. Able to find Gray here. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one good for only 6, and it leaves them with a fourth down. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. But that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're depth.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it. And he got it. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 8. Brown goes in motion left. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Hurts. And his throw is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get into the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost. So
it does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
And he's going to get this down inside the 40 before he's finally ridden out of bounds. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's Wilson. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, you know, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. 30 yards.
And the Giants have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
A solid return, pretty good field position. Start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the 3rd quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here now a 3rd down and 8. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
A bullet throw, but incomplete.
We're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
Hurt. Right there. Hurt.
Running right with Kelly. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd down, here's Tracy.
And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Right back to Tracy.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw.
Complete right side to Hyatt.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Look at this, a tight end carry. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Now we've got a giant player here slow to get up after that last play.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. On the give, it's Tracy.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
To throw, it's DeVito.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that 6th sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Out left to Dotson.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
Here's Hurts to throw. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of field time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
we
enjoy.
share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Here's Jamie Gillen now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Set.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. See the athleticism there of Brian Burns stopping him behind the line. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is dropped in incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is going.